she does this commercial. She basically comes out on like this TikTok video and she's like, Dr. Pepper, I got this jingle for you.
That was what she said.
I have a theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
Cool.
Yeah, bro. She manifested her own commercial.
I don't know if that's what manifesting is. I feel like manifesting is when you're like sending out in the universe. She took action.
Well, you know, I was just reading the caption of the video.
And she said, I manifested a commercial.
No, she did. The people that were
Dr. Pepper did?
it. No, people just reposting her in the commercial.
People kept remixing it too.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But yeah. I need my own commercial.
What are you looking for?
Well, here's the thought I had. This was the best commercial I came up with. I sent it away to somebody, and they were like, "Oh yeah, great. Let's try this out." And the commercial was simply, it's guys' night, and this is a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Pretty slow pitch so far. Pretty slow build up, but it's a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial and it's guys' night.
Buffalo Wild Wings commercial is guys' night. 5 guys are sitting around watching football. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
So far, it sounds like they do this a lot, but keep going.
Yeah.
This is almost every Buffalo Wild Wings
Every
commercial.
night. So guys' night, and then the doorbell rings, right? And
At Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, sorry. They're not at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay, sorry.
I apologize.
I'm locking in.
They're at a house.
5 guys in a house. It's 4 Buffalo Wild Wings. Doorbell rings.
All right. And it's one of the guys' wives.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Right? And she sees the Buffalo Wild Wings and the football, and she's like, she wants to stay, right? I don't really have the dialogue written down.
Yeah.
That's the concept.
We're just spitballing.
We're spitballing here. So I lost sound. Where'd I go? Here, I'm back. So she wants to stay, but he's like, it's guys' night. You can't kick it with us. So he basically makes her leave.
Oh, that's a bad husband.
Yeah, it's a bad husband, but it's guys' night. Let's say maybe they're not at their house. I still got to figure out where they're at.
I don't like you beating around the bush. Tell me what this commercial is.
So
they're in
now
a house,
she
5 guys.
comes
Wife
back.
comes in.
She comes back dressed as a guy.
Nice.
Right? She's dressed like as a plumber. And
Sure.
she's like, I heard something like wrong with the water. You know what I mean? And he just shuts the door in her face. And then from there, it's just this is monologue the right word I'm looking for? No, this where boom,
Montage.
Montage, that's what I'm looking for. So that from there, just this montage
Of her trying different characters.
characters.
All right.
Like she's dressed up with the hoodie. Like, yo, what's up? And she does all this stuff until the last time she's like, it's her just dressed as regular. And he's like, I told you it's guys. And she's like, I forgot my purse. He's like, oh, and so he lets her. And then all of a sudden she like smacks something, grabs the wings and run out the house. The wings are flying out. The thing is she's running. All the girls are in the car, like waiting for her to jump in. Like they just couldn't go by their own wings.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And she jumps in the car with the wings. They just take off. And it's like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay. I don't want to say that I know best because I don't. I can barely read.
Okay.
But that's not a good commercial. Come on, bro.
Come on, that's such a good commercial.
It is a fun idea.
That hurt my heart.
Well, I'm not done with it. It's a great idea for
Okay.
sure.
All right.
But you can punch it up so much more than that. So she comes as a plumber, closes the door. Comes with a hoodie, closes the door. Does she come around with like...
Yeah. Well, that don't count. I give you the concept. Of course, that's gonna be the fun part is writing the different version of guys.
But her getting in the house because she forgot her purse? No, it's got to be something better. What if she dresses up as a Buffalo Wild Wings person, like delivering food, and was like, I have more Buffalo Wild Wings for you. When they get inside, she opens up like the hot box. This is my idea. It's going to be bad. She pulls out a gun, robs them of their Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
That is very horrible. But actually, you did open my mind.
There we go. Here we go.
I've been inspired. So you're right, because it would be funnier to see her run out the house with the wings, dressed as somebody else than herself with her girls. So like you were saying, if she was like a BW3's person, like a server, and she runs out, and it would be even funnier if like the car went with what she was there for. You know what I mean? Like if she was like dressed as like the hot dog person, there's the hot dog car outside.
I like that.
So like, yeah, I see what you're saying there.
What if, we're just spitballing, what if it's like a collaboration Buffalo Wild Wings with, maybe Mission Impossible or something like that? She tries to get in, they close the door. Then her and all her friends have this big elaborate scheme to like get in the house. Maybe one of the wives calls another one of the husbands and she's like, oh, can you go in the other room for a second? He goes in the other room so that guy's taken care of. One shows up and it's like, honey, you got to come, whatever. They're like slowly picking them away from the Buffalo Wild Wings. Then a girl or a friend drops down on like ropes from the ceiling.
Yeah, okay. Well, so another trouble with that, let me just say, I just talked to this agency the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, man, they were like, so here's the thing. A lot of the stuff, the brand deals they get go towards people that are not like me, more tutorial people, more people like doing makeup. And like, here's how you put on this blush on dark eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because then
I need to see that video, by the way, because my eyes are sunken, baby.
because they can get these brand deals, but then like with you, it's just like different. Like I can't see
a future for the talent. They're like, we can't see what you bring
So
to
they
the
were like-
brand.
They were like, no, there were some different things. It's like I wish I would have talked to you, a couple of days ago. 'Cause
Me too.
This thing just ended, but
What thing with the agent?
we had a Doritos commercial that they were looking to put together for the Super Bowl.
You would write
They
a
were
sick
asking
Doritos.
for comedian content creators.
Mm.
I was like, oh, bro. She goes, I'm still gonna try to reach out and see if I can get you in, but she like the deadline, is passed.
I hate the butt.
Bro, I know because I feel like it could be a great Doritos commercial. Check it out.
Of course, lay it on.
It's guys' night. Feel me, guys? They're sitting around, bro, watching football.
Yes.
They're eating Doritos, man.
That's cool.
And this girl knocks on the door, and it's one of the guys' wives.
And does what she do.
Bro, tell me that's still good too.
You're like, plug in any food or company.
Yeah. So I got another one. This was one. So mind you, I was writing these with Indomitian Sue and his wife.
Are these
right?
the ones from like last Super Bowl?
No, these are throughout the last 3 years I've been working with these
Last
guys.
3 Super Bowls.
So check this one out. This one I think is really great. This one is for DoorDash. Okay. So
I want to just say, if you do the whole thing where it's guys' night and the wife shows up for this,
genius.
I'm gonna freak out.
So it's guys' night. No. So it's DoorDash. We're at Indomitian Sue's house with his wife. He's inside. They're waiting for their food.
Okay.
Doorbell rings. Boom, it's me. Well, I don't know it. It's not even doorbell. Yeah, doorbell rings. I'm sitting the DoorDash down. I'm sitting the food down. Ring the doorbell. Start heading to my car. Turn around for the picture. And Dominican has already picked up the food. And he's about to walk inside, but I can still see the food. So instead of saying, hey, I just take the picture. He hears the sound and freaks out, right? Turns around, grabs me, and just like, no pictures. Like he's freaking out, no pictures, bro. And I'm explaining that I just had to take a picture of the food. It's company policy. And he sits me down. And this is my thing I love to do. When he sits me down, the camera zooms out, like pans out, and I'm just piss soaked, bro, in my pants, just freaked out, just staring at him. And then I didn't really know where it went from there. And then he takes his DoorDash.
Maybe
and they hit me back and they said no. They said absolutely the fuck not. Actually, they didn't say it like that, but what they said was,
No.
we're trying to clean up Indomitian's image.
Yeah. And him scaring a DoorDash guy so
Yeah.
much that he pisses his pants.
Yeah, they're like, nah.
That's not the right move. But I think that's a good commercial. 15 seconds, 20 seconds. It could be any famous person.
Yeah.
You know, it could be Charlie Sheen. You go there as they're picking up the thing. You're taking a picture, just walking away. It's classic DoorDash stuff.
Yep.
And then they're like, wait, did you take a picture? This is me in my house. My wife and kids are in there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And them scaring you so much you piss your pants.
Great stuff.
Also, though, now that I'm thinking about it,
It's guys' night.
no. No.
Okay.
It's a food thing, right? It's a food company. They don't want their drivers on the Super Bowl commercials that they're pissing their pants, bro.
Okay. All right. Here's another one then. This one's
Okay.
better. I think this is the best commercial I've ever wrote.
I want to just say you started your first one like that.
Well, check this one out. This one's better. This one's for DraftKings.
Okay.
Okay. So it's me. Once again, this first involved in Dominican. So this is why the commercial goes this way. Because normally somebody could give you this information, right?
What?
So it's me and Indomitian.
Okay.
And I say to Indomitian, I'm thinking about betting on the game. I was wondering if you could tell me who you think. You got this inside NFL scoop. And he's like, honestly, since I'm still part of the league, I really can't give out that type of information. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to say anything. Just who do you think would win between, the Bears and the Lions? And he's like, bro, I can't give it. I'm like, okay, check this out then. Let's say you're walking in the forest, right? And you see a bear and a lion fighting. Who do you think would win? He's like, probably the bear. I'm like, all right, cool. When I start to make the bet, I look him up and I go, hey, you think the bear would win by 3? Right? I just think that's genius.
Definitely.
And
I could see why, though, once again, a big gambling company would not want their commercial to start with like insider trading. You know what I'm saying? Where you're
And
like,
then I
hey,
go-
you're in the league. You've
and then
seen the scripts.
I call him back after, you know how it goes DraftKings. I call him back. I'm like, hey, another quick question. Do you think the Lion would throw for over 350 yards? Come on, man. That's genius.
That is very funny.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know. You don't need you try to, we started this whole show with you need a team. You don't need a team. You can just make that video, you know, and like at a higher production quality. I know you make videos all fucking day.
I
just
made
said
a
make
commercial. Did you see my Geico commercial?
No, I didn't.
Bro, you didn't see my Geico commercial? Man, remind me to show you. When I explain it, you're gonna be like, oh, I saw it. It wasn't memorable.
Tell me.
But so you've seen the Geico commercials where there's the most famous one would be the ant one, where it's like we just moved into the new house. It's just we have ants, and then there's all the ants around.
Yes,
it's like going it's expired. That commercial.
This is a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
Yeah. So we did one at the house. I randomly had Dusty come over, and I was like, Dusty, I need about 3 more people here. And what I want to do is a Geico commercial where I say, I just moved into the house. It's just we have rats. And then it's just nothing but everybody just ratting on each other, right? And we did it, and it actually turned out really well, bro.
Sure.
Like it's like it starts off normal, and like in the ant one, when it says ants, you kind of hear this like background that sounds like what you would see in some like family film with ants. In mine, when it cut to it, you just heard that like Italian background from like Godfather and stuff, bro. And everybody's on the phone. Like I'm telling you, it's this person. Like they're all ratting on each other. I got Tyson Colston, Dusty, Alex something.
Maluchnik?
Yeah. And then who else do we have there? I remember the other person was, man.
That's a fun concept.
Yeah. And then I even get I even steal the Geico little thing that happens in the commercial. So like halfway through it stops, it goes Geico, like the real voice and everything, bro.
Nice.
And then Geico liked it.
That's actually a great move, especially right before the Super Bowl when they're looking for stuff. Yeah. It's just like make a commercial, like the Dr. Pepper girl. She's like, hey, Dr. Pepper, what do you think about this? It's the best time to just like contact companies like directly. You made a video with Dusty. Yeah. Dusty's great. Geico liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you and Dusty don't have a fucking video about like Allstate, Cheetos, Doritos.
Well, I think you got to go with Cheetos.
Churritos? Yeah, tell me about Churritos.
And Doritos, because like Allstate and all that. Allstate has mayhem.
Yeah.
And I think
you've already, see, you're thinking, okay, fine.
I could see you doing the Allstate commercial trying to be Dennis Haysbert, you know? Like,
who the hell is that, James?
Deep voice guy, you know?
Oh.
Because you don't, and he's so dark skinned. You're like, that's Allstate, Stan. Like, just saying his lines.
The fact that you're fucking up my bitch ass voice right now. That's Allstate.
And the fact that
you just said it. It's just like,
you need good coverage, call Allstate. You're in good hands.
That's Allstate, Stan. Yeah. I want to hear, do your deep voice. Let me hear that.
That's Allstate. That's Allstate. Why are you laughing at my deep voice?
Because it sounds like a woman trying to put
like
a deep
woman.
voice.
It's not like a woman trying to be a man. That's fucked up.
Sorry, dude. I'll stay quiet. Dude.
I sound like somebody trying to catch James in the act. Like it's his girlfriend calling him up. Like, hey, we got bitches. He's like, Brittany, I know it's you. No, seriously, it's the guys. Yeah. We have girls over.
James, you obviously would have a great voice for that, but I don't like the only time you brought up the microphone was and then you used the term dark skinned. I'm like, James,
sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Can you not say dark skin like that?
Somebody put the camera on James.
I'll cut it off. You can't see me. You don't know what I'm.
Yeah.
James is black.
Would you want to do a song? I'm sorry, I missed that. That was funny.
Do I want to do a song? Yeah.
No.
I actually listened to Alanis Morissette on the way here.
Not what I'm talking about.
Alanis Morissette kick right now.
Yeah.
I really am.
I meant like about like Dr. Pepper thing, but if you want to talk about Alanis Morissette, we can do that too.
Like a little jingle for something.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta find a commercial who really needs us. Like, so we gotta think of a company, like an up and coming company.
For sure. And is there anything in the sense of like maybe tying Alanis Morissette into it? Maybe like kind of like, what's her genre? She's like sad and it's raining, right? Or powerful? What is it?
Yeah, she's sad, powerful, raining, crying.
No, seriously.
So
what's the big Alanis Morissette song?
The biggest one to me, it's probably going to be ironic, but I would rather.
Okay, ironic.
I would
yes.
rather it be "You Ought to Know."
And how's that go again?
and I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
To remind you
Sure.
of the mess you left when you went away.
Those are huge.
It's not fair.
We all know it now.
To deny
We got it.
me with the cross. What was it, like of the cross-eyed? Okay.
But so yeah, those are two huge songs.
Correct.
Is she a 2-hit wonder? Or does she have like an album?
No,
that
you kidding me? Like, there's "Thank You, India," "Thank You, Prosper."
Oh,
Then
yes,
there's-
yes.
Then there's "You Live, You Learn, You Laugh."
That
You
song's-
learn. And there's
Yes.
"Jagged Little Pill."
Well, how's that one go?
There's "Invited." You're uninvited. An unfortunate slight. Oh, bro.
Ooh, it sounds
Telling you,
nice.
It's
You don't
good.
know that one? That's
Yeah.
a good one.
No.
Thanks, James.
The
My
whole
man
album
over
is
here. Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
James is like, she's a little white skinned.
Solid as a rock. baby.
She is light skinned.
No, white skinned.
Fair skinned.
Fair, that's the word. Okay, so is there any, like, should we do it with that? Like with the commercial? Like, is it?
Jingle should be for, I think marijuana is becoming big. And
No, it's actually about to be illegal. Ooh, in like a year, right?
Good luck with that. It
I
was
thought it was-
illegal before, and I had no problem smoking. So.
Well, no, it's not that, but like you're not going to be able to go to stores and stuff. And if you want to buy like CBD or THC, it's got to be like 0.04. What's that thing that Mitch McConnell just passed?
Okay, we got the CBD 0.004. We got that 0.0. I don't know.
That was good though. Yeah,
Oh, they won't top out at 90% anymore. It'll be 70%.
That's not
the
bad.
highest you can get.
70's okay. I don't even know what those numbers
But
mean.
if you rent, you can't smoke anymore.
If you rent,
Yeah,
what do you mean?
you have to be a landowner.
Oh, if it's you could smoke in an apartment that you didn't own.
Well, not anymore.
Okay, that's a good point.
Life's crazy.
That's a good point. What are you searching up?
I'm actually downloading our last episode of the podcast and forgot that my and I got my stuff on. Whoopsie daisies. I was uploading our last episode of the podcast with Josh Ocean Thomas. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because that's what I put.
Well, this is definitely gonna have to be cut. This is a very special episode with you because the time is 12:47 and we're what? Drinking alcohol.
That's right. Yes.
It's
and
5 o'clock somewhere, maybe in England, maybe in Spain.
I'll tell you where. Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
Das ist gut.
I know this because I had a
We're drinking
meeting.
this. A German would never drink White Claw. They would see me do Das ist gut.
Let's see this, guys. I'm listening. I'm still listening.
Oh, I'm just saying how German people drink way cooler stuff than White Claw. There
What
goes
time
White Claw.
is it? In Germany, it's 6:47. I
Yeah.
wasn't quite 5 o'clock, but I knew it was in the evening.
I hate to break it to you. A lot of people know that time change just off the top of their head.
Yeah. No, I know. I only knew it though because the meeting I had the other day, the person was in Germany at the time. They were
Ooh, which city?
working in Germany, so they just was like, "What time is it there?" I was like, "What time is it there?" It's 10 o'clock here.
Yeah, and it's 10 o'clock in New York City. So that's the time we work off of.
Yeah.
If it's 10 o'clock in New York City, what time is it in LA, Jason?
If it's what time in New York City?
It's 10 o'clock.
PM AM.
It's 10 a.m.
It is 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
James, is that right?
Sure.
I think it might be, yeah.
It is. Here's how I know that because I totally forgot the time difference when I was in California one time. I was, actually I was in Vegas, same thing, and there's this guy. He's on he's breakdancing. I forget his name. It was something like Turf something. I don't know.
Ooh.
But we saw him on America's Got Talent. I remember watching this guy with my parents.
Is it a show or is he on the street?
He's on the street.
Street performer from
Street
AGT?
performer. Yeah.
Vegas, baby.
Killing it. And I look at the clock and it's 11 p.m. And I say to myself, 3 hour difference. That means it's 8 p.m. in Ohio, right?
Oh.
I know it's late. I'm drunk. So I call my parents to be like, guys, you'll never believe
You never believe we saw.
who I'm watching dance right now, right? And I just remember my mom going, hello? I was like, Mom? She's like,
Are you okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what time is it? She's like, it's 2 a.m. I was like, oh, shit. I'll call you later.
Yeah, you weren't like, oh, well, since I have you,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
watching Turf Guy from AGT.
I'm watching
He
Turf.
spins. Do you go to Vegas a lot? You been a lot?
I've maybe been to Vegas 4 or 5.
Okay. And what do you like it?
I love Vegas.
For
man.
sure.
I have to. I can't really go back as much because I like to gamble as well.
Yeah, but like, why can't you go back? Like, you've been kicked out for counting cards or something?
No, just because I'll gamble all my money away.
So
man,
your wife won't let you go back?
Yeah, but I had. Oh man, last time I went, it was so fun. Well, the last 2 times, because the last time I went, I saw Usher, which was great. We had this conversation. Mm-hmm. But before that, I just said I'm gonna go and just do, instead of wasting money, I'm just gonna like go to the all the different shows. And I went to this show called Absinthe. Have you heard of it?
I don't think so.
Bruh, it is the craziest show ever, man. It's just, there's this guy, he looks like, once again, he would bring it back up Andrew Schultz, but he looks like Andrew Schultz. He got this crazy mustache. He's called like the Gazillionaire, and he's the host of the show. He's a very ignorant bro, and he just roast the shit out of people. I mean, they tell you don't even sit out front if you don't want to be heartbroken, because he
they tell you that out front.
They tell you straight up, bro. When you buy tickets, if you sit out front, this man's gonna roast the shit out of you and probably hurt your feelings.
He's a gazillionaire host of a Vegas show.
yeah.
Okay, go on.
Gazillionaire. So before the show, you get there, and it's like they have this little fake backyard. Vegas don't really have much grass, but once you enter the little spot, there's like this little backyard they just create with these picnic tables, like the whole little party outside.
You are outside.
Yeah, then you go in. Worst seats in the world.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you that first of all. It's like the little wooden seats from like elementary school. They just grab all these different ones from all the different elementary schools, is what I assume, and they just sit them in this big circle around the stage, and you're just cramped around everybody.
How many people?
Probably 400, 500 people. I could be saying too many.
And it's in the round?
Yeah, because the thing's in the middle.
This guy's so rich, he has grass in Vegas.
Now, mind you, unless you're like me, who's going to splurge a little bit, and they have maybe 8 or 10 seats that actually have a table and 2 seats with them, and that's it.
You love a table.
Bro, I bought that table. It's like, there's no way I can sit in this crowded thing, so I got this table. Bro, at one point, they have these people on these poles in the middle of the stage, and it's kind of like what you do. I can't remember what you do this with, but it's like the people on the poles, and they're down by the crowd, and it flings them to the other side. Now they're down by the crowd, and you think the pole's just going to snap, and they're going to hit you. Maybe coming straight to your face almost, and fling it back to the other side.
Like pole vaulting kind of thing?
No, bro. I'm talking about long poles, and they're like attached to the top of them, and then it's almost as somebody just grabs the pole and flings it, and they just start flinging back and forth. Like, it's some crazy stuff going on. They have different stages where people come out, and somebody just be playing the piano with all this crazy shit going on. My favorite part was this Russian team that are like aerialists. But the funny thing about them is they're a comedic team, so they never leave the ground. And that's the best part about it. Like, they have this whole sheet coming down, and they come out very elegant. They talk to you, then they start spinning. And as they're spinning, you realize they can't get up. And then, like, the guy's falling, the girl's grabbing. Like, I had to Google this, but the girl grabs the guy's pants, and he pulls him down so much he had to grab his dick so nobody saw it.
You had to Google that?
I had to Google about this situation, because I'm like, was this like a mistake, or was this like part of the show?
Of it. What was that search? Show. It was like Vegas billionaire show, girl pulls a guy's dick and he grabs it out.
I don't know. It was like, so I Googled it, and yeah, like every show she basically pulls it down that far. At one point, they're just holding on to the sheet that's supposed to have them in the air, and it's spinning, but they're not off the air. Their feet are on the ground, bro. Yeah. It was so good. I am dying laughing at this.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Physical comedy where it's like they're making fun of. So was this a circus? Kind of like a multiple acts, like 4 or 5.
Yep.
So one was the springboard or spring bar team. One was this like comedy fake, not fake, but
yeah,
like.
Then he's a comedy himself. Somebody, I don't know what the piano person was. I just remember this piano being up there.
You were like, boring.
I think they might have had that one act that I hate where they have like the motorcycles in like
in a cage bar.
Yeah, like
you don't like loud.
It's not even loud. It's just like,
yes, it is. It's
just like one of his circles. I'm like, okay,
we get it. You guys aren't hitting each other. You're in a little hamster ball going 100 miles an hour.
But now I wanted to go see like the Cirque du Soleil.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, when I was young, when I say young, I mean like 35.
Young, yeah.
I honestly thought it was like Cirque du Soleil. Like, I thought if you had to spell it, it would be CIRCUS, Circus Soleil, or some shit like that.
So I don't want to break it to you, but I'm just now learning that's not how you spell it. What? It's not Circus Delay? I thought it was like a circus, but there's like a delay, and it's like cool.
The
It's
only
like
one I
French,
saw,
isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, the only one I saw was the one here at the
Columbus?
shot. Yeah, the one I shot with. It was Michael Jackson.
I did
Ooh.
photos there.
The Michael Jackson one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Bro, I was so sick. Like, it was amazing. I feel like God said to me, he said, man, I know how big of a Michael Jackson fan you are. He was there in Vegas when I saw my first Michael Jackson impersonator and almost freaked out with the picture, with the impersonator.
Yep.
That he made me okay, because I went to a wedding the night before. It was my wife's friend's wedding, and it was just, bro, it was at
You
this.
got fucked
Oh,
up.
bro. But there's all these rich people too at this. It just
That's your wife, friends.
Listen,
Fuck, get
the
trashed.
wedding was so white, and everybody was just up there going like, I mean, just very. I have a martini, and all I wanted was gin and juice, and I didn't know how to order it around all these white people that were
Yeah.
surrounding me. I didn't want.
Did
to
you
be
try
that
just
guy.
saying it at the bar?
I did. I said. He said, "How can I help you?" I said, "Let me just get some. I'm gonna have some. Is that Tanqueray?
Oh, you had to act like you're discovering it on the fly?
Yeah, let me try some of that Tanqueray and.
What's that taste like?
What do you have? What kind of juices do you have?
Hey, I've never. What's that tank? I've never had that. Oh, I guess I'll try that. And I just really like juice. You have any cool juices back
Trying
there?
to think. Do I want sparkling water or is that orange juice?
What's that orange thing right there?
That's how I pulled that off.
Did you do it though?
So yeah, so I got so drunk there that
How many gin and juices did you have? More than 5?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely more than 8?
I don't know.
Okay,
by
that's
the-
cool. So
I'm
probably 8.
driving home, and my wife has to actually
Driving?
No, not me. I mean, we stayed the night. I threw up everywhere. On the way home, in the morning, my wife had to actually pull over again so I could just throw up on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, been
And
there.
then we get to my house, and my parents are there with the kids, and
And Daddy drunk as fuck.
and I got it. No, I'm not. This is the morning now.
Okay,
So
your
now-
father's hungover as hell.
It tore down, bro. And I had to go to the Cirque du Soleil, man. And I'm talking about, I was drinking Gatorade on the way to Cirque du Soleil, and
Trying
I
to
was
sober
like,
up.
I could taste like, it felt like I was swallowing knives. Like, I was like, this is horrible. I don't know what's going on with me. And then all of a sudden, I got there.
And I had strep throat.
Bro, and it was like, bow now. And Mike came out, bro. Like, going on
Adrenaline?
Mike, all that stuff. Yeah.
course.
I wasn't even sick anymore. Like,
Oh
the whole
no!
time.
Next thing you know,
Yeah.
you're in the eye. You dancing at this thing?
Yeah, oh, bro. I had the time of my life.
And what was it? It was a circus act to Michael Jackson music.
Yeah. So basically, that Cirque du Soleil act that they do, like whatever weird thing they do, running
Gymnastics
up walls
and ribbons coming down and tying them around your
But
waist.
you gotta think it'll be like this. But it's Michael Jackson. So one point was there the glove.
Oh,
The glove was out there just dancing.
the glove.
Like it was a big white glove in the middle of the stage, bro.
Floating?
Just dancing, bro. The glove was just getting it. You
Like a person in a
you
glove
the
suit?
crowd just getting it. I don't know what it was. it's the magic of Cirque du Soleil, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. I saw a circus act when I was very young at the Vern Rife Center, which is in Portsmouth, Ohio, like outside
Like a
like
circus.
no, it was like that similar kind of thing where it was like
really?
different acts, and it was a lot of like trapeze, and there was like a magician and like a comedy act thing where they did a magic trick, but it was like kind of bad on purpose, but there was still like a reveal. It was just like a fun thing. One of the acts though was a dude that stacked chairs straight up like a tower. And at first he got like 2 chairs, and you're like, that's pretty sick. Then it was like 5 chairs, and you were like, well, there's not a possible way he can put another chair on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
And what's crazy is I watched AGT, and yes, he can.
Dude, and he did.
He sure
He
did.
got up to like 21 chairs. It was like insane. And then he took, like, he was like really wobbly, but it's all fucking part of an act.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's probably like steel bars that go up through the
Yeah.
chairs that we can't see. He takes out a towel. He wipes his head with it, kind of just being like, ooh, I'm nervous. And everyone
Yeah.
like kind of like, oh, ha, 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 ha. Then he takes the towel and he like wrings it out over the seat. And it was like obviously previously wet.
Yeah. Because
And
it's
it's
all
like-
type of water.
And it's tons of water falls
Yeah.
like all the way down. Everyone, big laugh. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is magic.
genius.
This is whoa.
You know what's crazy about those guys? They never do even amount of chairs.
Oh,
Like, or even like whenever anybody's doing anything, it's like I always want them to get to the even amount. It'll be like some guy juggling something. He'll be like, "Do you want me to do 18?" I'm like, "Yes." I want you to do 20, and he's like, 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, "That's it." Just like you, the chairs you said, he did like 21 chairs. Like they get to like a weird number. And
Yeah.
it's like he definitely tried 22, and it did not work
yeah.
out.
He went to the max.
You want to be able to get to like 25 or 30 chairs, but he's like, "No, I can stop at 21."
I'm curious. What do you think an even number is? secrets because you were like, he'll be at 18. And then he's like, you want to see 20? And he'll stop at 18.
I know. When I say, I don't mean like even
You're
odd.
like a clean looking number, a 20, 25, 30.
See, I don't think clean looking was the right word either. What's a good word for that?
Stop encouraging James to talk. Holy fuck. Look at me.
James, could you tell me a good number for that?
What do you think a good number
to
is?
say like you're reaching like 50 or 100. I know that's not really even. Well, those
You
are
think he's at the
even
Vern
numbers.
Rife Center if he's doing 50 to 100 chairs? He's in front of Simon Cowell in Dubai.
Man, yeah. No, I get it. I'm sorry.
Dude, I've seen a couple Vegas acts, right? I saw David Copperfield once. That was pretty cool. I was walking through a casino once. You know Piff the Magic Dragon?
Bro, Piff the Magic Dragon is the shit.
Is the shit.
I watch AGT.
Right? How many years ago did you watch that?
Whenever he was on there, man.
Go and just ballpark it for me. Give me a nice, even, clean looking number.
Okay, a nice, even, clean looking number today.
Don't do my voice perfectly in front of me like that.
I would say probably 10 years.
So 10 years ago, he was on AGT, give or take.
20 years?
He was not on AGT 20 years ago. You think?
I don't know.
Holy shit. Anyway.
No, I think I was. I don't think I'm not saying I was doing comedy before him, but I do think I was doing comedy.
You definitely weren't doing comedy before him, I'd say.
Yeah, but I think I was doing comedy prior to discovering him.
Okay.
Myself is what I mean. Yeah.
And he's on AGT around that time. You're a few years into comedy, right? Or something like that. I'm just assuming. And then you see, but he'd probably been working like 20 years, 10 years before that to get on AGT. Would you say yes or no? I'm building to something here, I promise.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I saw him walking through a casino. Like I was walking through a casino. He had a show there because he like didn't win AGT, I don't think, but he like got very popular and then had a lot of clips and he's like touring and stuff like that. That's been 10, maybe 20 years ago to that moment. I was walking through a casino, saw him, had a long line of people waiting to meet him. He had like a matinee or whatever.
Yeah.
He's a Vegas act now.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, as I walked by him, at this point, me seeing him, I'd been doing comedy also 10 years or whatever.
He freaked out.
No. He was like, are you Henry Allen? Holy shit. He like popped a pen out of his mouth for an autograph. He was like, can you sign this? It's a picture of you. And then he burped up the other picture. Anyway, he was so sad.
Yeah.
He looked so sad. And the people in line to see him were just the kind of person that you imagine maybe being from like the middle of America, maybe like a Wisconsin, a Minnesota, that saw him on AGT and they were like here. And it was like maybe 300 people. And I'm like, to do that every day, 3 times a day for 15 to 20 years.
Oh, you were in Vegas during this. That's where you're at.
Do I need to start over, Jason? I
No,
was
'cause
in
you-
Vegas
you were
walking
in
through a casino.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I've performed in many casinos. I've been to many casinos.
I don't think you understand what I'm
I
saying.
don't think I understand, but I just thought maybe he was at first.
Oh,
when
he
you
could have
tell
been
me
in Columbus. You're
He
right. My
could have been in a
bad.
casino here. Yeah, it could have been any casino. But
My
that's what
bad.
you're saying. He was a Vegas act.
Yeah.
And he's doing this. Who knows?
You do it so much because every day in Vegas is like, it's the best day
But
of
it's
our
like
life.
this. But they also, so for their residency, it's only so long. So like Usher had his residency in Vegas for so long.
Not for
Now,
everybody.
I know, not for everybody. But
Some people are locked in forever. You ever seen the Elvis movie?
I know, but my point is, I'm wondering, do you go? I want to go back and watch the Elvis movie now because I know Elvis was in a Vegas act. He was a Vegas act,
For his last part of his career, yeah.
Oh,
and that's
man.
when everybody. I mean, I know he's a Vegas act for
No.
impersonators, but
He
as
was
for-
like traveling around. His manager was like a person that was from Holland or something that was acting like a guy from West Virginia. So Elvis was a huge act in the United States. There are international shows offering him like $1 million a show to get. His manager can't travel, and so he's like, "Oh, the outside of the United States is scary. You don't want to do that." He ends up taking him to Vegas, signs a Vegas act for like, I don't even know, like couple $1 million for like multiple years just for this guy to get like a debit at the casino. So he like literally, he could have got $1 million a show, and then he did, how many years do you think it was? Now I'm looking at you to talk.
A ridiculous amount. I mean,
Was it like 8 or 10? Or it was like a
he
long
lived
time.
in the penthouse of the casino that he was performing in.
They locked him in Vegas.
Well, here's
Yeah.
my point was this. I bet
I
you
mean, it's
some of
sick,
those comedians will be there from June and July, and then they're out
Sure.
because they don't want to continuously do this. But I visited Elvis's house. I'm not even a big Elvis fan like that.
But you got to go to the house.
But we were in Memphis, man. So what do you do when you're in Memphis? Well, of course you go to
have barbecue.
You go to where MLK was shot, and you go to my man's house.
What's no Vegas or not Vegas? Memphis is known for other stuff too, not music. Nashville's music.
Barbecue, yeah.
Is it barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we go visit. First of all, we visit where Martin Luther King got shot, which was crazy because it's like I didn't realize you start in like where you start in the hotel, but you go through like all of history prior to going up to getting up to the room. Then you get up to the room and they set this up like it still was. There's like coffee still in the coffee cup,
So you
cigarettes
like
in the
know the
ashtray.
story.
And then they send you across the way to go see where the guy shot him from in the building he shot him from. And then we go to check out Elvis's house, and I'm with Jared at this time, who's a huge Elvis fan. So we get there and they're like, you can walk around for this much, and you can use these iPads and put on these headphones and press these buttons, and it tells you these stories.
It's a museum.
Or no, it's his house.
I know, but they've turned it into a museum.
Kind of in a way. Or you can pay this ridiculous amount and have a travel guide come along with you and tell you everything. And I was like, you guys want to get these iPads? And Jared's already up there with his credit card. Like, that's going to be $3 for the most expensive tour you can give us.
I would like to lay in his bed if I could, please.
Yeah. So now we got this person comes down. It's just me, Jared, and Kenny. And then this other couple arrives, and they also want the tour guide. So now it's just us 5. Good. Bro. We are walking around, and this tour guide is telling us stories that I don't even care anything about. She's like, one time, I want to say Priscilla, but that's his daughter.
I think that was his wife.
That was his wife. Who's his daughter? Something Marie Presley.
Okay.
James not allowed to talk. Okay. So Priscilla was his wife. Okay. So they're like Priscilla right here. This is the bullet she shot. She wasn't supposed to be shooting the gun. He was just showing her the gun, and she shot, and it lodged in right there, and you could still see the bullet. And I'm like, how do you guys know that's true? Like, hey, who told you she wasn't supposed to be shooting a gun? But they're telling these stories, and then here come all these old people, bro. Like the real Elvis fans. Sure. And these old people all have their iPads, bro, and they're listening, and they look up and they see this tour guide with us, and they're like, oh, it's so much easier. Right?
And they joined your private party?
They tried, bro. They all took their headsets off. They came in, they started joining around. My tour guide kicked them out quick.
What did he say? Is that easy, little mama?
They said, you old bitches got to get the hell out of here.
They didn't say that.
They didn't say it like that.
What did they say? Did they do like a fun Elvis take on it?
No, I'm so sorry, guys. This is a private tour you have. And then they're like, they put their headset back on.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah. But that's all. Yeah, I toured it. It was all right.
What's the coolest museum you've ever been to, or the coolest historical spot?
Well, before I even say the coolest historical spot, can I just tell you, my man Ramon Rivas from Cleveland. Yeah. When I was in Cleveland, I've never been to a real art museum. Mm-hmm. He took me and Bobby to one of those art museums that you see in the movies, where people are just standing in front of the art, just looking at it. Like it just be like a big old naked woman. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. One of those scenes from a movie. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah. And I enjoyed that. I've never had more fun in my life.
You've never been to a museum like that?
No, I've never been to a museum.
Do you know if it was like modern art? Was it contemporary? Was it a bunch of different stuff? Were there sculptures?
Mostly paintings. I don't remember. There could have been sculptures. Sure. It was, I know, the Cleveland Museum of
Do you have a favorite painter?
Yeah.
Who?
Rick.
Rick?
I mean, Leonardo da Vinci, bro.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Da Vinci.
Absolutely.
The painter. I like DiCaprio more.
DiCaprio? Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was good.
He's a great.
He painted in
Oh, he didn't paint.
He drew.
In Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you hate me?
I don't know.
I'm trying to have fun.
I mean, the most interesting spot I've been historically, which you don't want me for that, bro. I'm not a history buff.
No, that's why it's fun to me.
I've probably been somewhere a lot cooler than I can say, but to me, I never thought that I would stand on the same bridge that I used to see in the opening of Full House.
Ooh, right? Is that the Golden Gate Bridge?
That's the Golden Gate Bridge, bro.
Really?
Bro, I was up there, and I remember Kenny's calling me because we took a bike ride, and Kenny's an athlete. So, bro, I promise you, I've never seen anything like this. I hate to give somebody so much props on their athleticism, but man, we are riding these bikes around San Francisco, heading to Golden Gate Bridge, and we would get to a hill. And everybody would be off their bike, pushing their bike up this hill. Besides Kenny. can he fly past people like he going downhill? You'd be like, how's he going so fast uphill, bro? So he got the Golden Gate Bridge. I done lost him. I didn't know where he was at. So he's calling me, bro, on my phone, but I never even see it because I'm just up on Golden Gate Bridge on my bike, just going, whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, eating in TV.
Is that Full House?
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Do you remember us going to San Francisco and then going to Alcatraz and driving by it and then going to get that like one boat of like the tour?
Yeah.
And then it was like taking too long. Who are we with?
Bobby.
No, there's one other person I thought.
No, it was just our guy from the podcast.
That was it.
That guy was cool, man. I told him, I didn't tell him, but there's 2 songs I listen to now because of him in the car. I don't know if you remember this though, but he had 2 songs. He had this one song with DMX that would use Marvin Gaye's song. So like, when I get that feeling, and then you hear like DMX like, and but there's it's called Lose Control. And then he had another song
I don't remember that, no.
Oh, bruh, yeah, it was my man was killing the fucking DJ up front. I had to download.
And you love a song. What was the other one?
A song by Life Jennings. I forget what it's called.
Okay.
But it starts out, I feel like I'm in heaven, rolling in my, you know what I mean? It's a good song.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Cobb's Comedy Club.
Was that Cobb's?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have got a shirt or a hat.
I have a jacket.
No, I thought it was like not McCurdy's. I thought it was like Tommy T's.
Oh, you had Tommy T's with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Pleasanton, California.
Yeah, but we still went down and drove by
okay.
Alcatraz.
So you didn't go to
I've never done Cobb's. I would love to do Cobb's.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we definitely did Pleasant.
I'm gonna make a little thing for. No, never mind going.
That was a weird one.
Cobb's?
I know Tommy T's in Pleasanton. Like,
oh yeah.
Just like
Do you remember?
Location. Do you remember?
One of the shows we did. So it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Early show Friday was like it was like a scale out of 1 to 10. My personal performance was like a 4. And I'm like, that sucked. Late show Friday was like one of the best shows we'd ever done that I'll get into in a second. Don't interrupt me. And I was like, that was awesome. Early show Saturday was like one of the worst shows I'd ever done. It was like a 2.6. Late show Saturday was like one of the best shows that we'd ever done. And it was like fucking it was great. Do you remember those shows at all?
No.
Late show Friday, we were doing crowd work in that portion for like 15, 20 minutes. And there was a lady that stood up. And like I made a joke about it. I was like, she looks like your neighbor that's going to call the cops or whatever. She comes up on stage and is like dancing. The bouncer, people are going crazy. The bouncer comes from off the other side of the stage and just like scoops her away. You're like roasting her and stuff like that. You take your hat off and you throw it up.
Wait, that was Tommy T's.
Yes.
Oh, that's a weird spot. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
And your hat goes up to the rafters and gets stuck up there. And then the whole place is like, what the fuck? It was like crazy.
So here's the thing. Here's the crazy part is, I used to get fades, and I used to have my barber fade me up.
Okay.
And then
Interesting start.
When I started touring, I really didn't have time. Like, it was so weird because I come home and I'm like, I'm here for like 3 days. I'm back on the road. I just started shaving my head myself. Cause I was thinking to myself, I'm just on the road. I always have a hat on stage. If I don't have time to get this fade from this cat, no one's gonna know, bro. I'm just shaving my head. Even if I miss a piece, no one's gonna see this stuff.
You got a hat on.
So I'm just shaving my head, bro. And then this is after the fight on the river, bro, where that big massive fight and
oh yes,
where the dude took his hat off and he threw it up there right for us. So that's what's going on. So all this stuff's going on. And so then I just go back to that Alabama thing. So I'm not sure if that thing was in Alabama, but I take my hat off, bro, and I just throw it up like that dude did. And yeah, it just got caught. And so from that point, now mind you, Henry comes up and leaves the stage. I still do about 25 more minutes. Hatless. And then
you take pictures with people. No hat. He's like, hey, could you not tag me in that? Because I missed a spot on the side of my head. That was fun. But like I said, it was crazy because it was like so close together. The shows were like 20, 30 minutes apart. First show Friday, one of the worst shows ever. Second show Friday, one of the best shows ever. First show Saturday, one of the worst shows ever. Late show Saturday, one of the best shows ever. It was wild.
Man, yeah, that club was something different.
It sure was.
I was just telling my wife, and I can't remember which one of these are. I don't know if this was like since I've blown up or what, but can you remember just, I'm not asking my wife if she remembered, but can you remember just looking at a crowd and thinking to yourself, bro, I do not want to go on stage. I don't know if the crowds were small or if the comedians, I think it's more like the comedians up front just dying, getting no laughs. And I was like, bro, that is one thing I do not miss. Looking at that crowd and thinking to myself, I still have to go up there.
Honestly, when I've had that thought, the majority of shows I've been at had been in Portsmouth, Ohio, or like Southern Ohio, like Chillicothe.
I don't want to,
I do not want to go up. But sometimes if people are like bombing, to me, I like the pressure is like lower. Yeah. So I'm like, who really cares? And I usually will do better. If everyone's like destroying, I can like go up and like ride the wave. But before, in my head, I'm like, oh, you should just go home. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are smashing. And it turns out to be good.
When's your next show?
Saturday. I'm doing 30 minutes during the winter tundra that's coming to Ohio at Seventh Sun Brewery. This show will come out on Monday, and the show was 2 days ago. So if you liked it, thank you.
I don't want to really go back on stage. I just want to go do some more crowd work.
That's going on stage.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to go headline nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to like go like work like 6 shows and headline, have people come see me and shit and do jokes. I suck.
Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong, man. I would look at comedians sometimes.
I will never get you wrong.
I wish I had that drive. I see comedians sometimes. I'm like, man.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I was watching, and I don't even like watching this show, but I was watching Kill Tony, and this girl was like, they asked her what she did, and she said, I bartend, babysit, whatever I can do to get my nights off so I can do this. And I'm like, don't worry about this shit.
Just sitting in your hot tub.
Yeah, I was like, I do not even want my nights off to do this shit.
That's because you don't love it. She loves it. I love it. You know?
Every time.
There was a period, and I remember talking to you. There was like a period, maybe like year, like 6 to 9 years of doing it, that I would talk to you afterward, and I'm just like, every time I'm driving home, I like feel bad. I'm like, why did I say that or something like that? And you told me, you're like, why are you doing this? You're like, whenever I drive home, I feel fucking good. And I was like, what? And now doing shows, 90% of them, I drive home being like, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
Maybe 80. Maybe 80.
Because here's the thing, a crowd can make you feel like
the best ever.
Yeah. Like,
I've learned though to not let them make you feel like the worst ever.
Yeah, and then they'll also say stuff to you that absolutely makes no sense, but make you feel like you'll know it's not true, but you'll still say, but that does mean I'm okay at this game, because they'll come to you like, listen, I was alive when George Carlin was doing stand-up, and I went to every show. I went to Eddie Murphy show. I went to Richard Pryor show. I have never laughed as hard than when I was at a Henry Allen show. And you just be like, get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, you be like, I'm okay at the game. I'm not what she said I am, but I'm at least
going okay.
I'm at least okay.
Okay, I've never had that quite compliment before.
I mean, that was exaggerated, of course.
Of course.
But they'll say stuff like, I went to Mike Epps. You're so much. I'm like, listen, if I could trade Mike Epps' full comedy for mine, I would take everything that man has.
I would sell my family to be Mike Epps, lady. Get out of my face. So
Henry,
yes,
can I
yes,
ask you
James.
how you were feeling Thursday
What was Thursday?
with those ladies in the front row?
Oh my gosh!
Like, how was your drive home? I guess is my question. Like,
people made me feel much better about it afterward. So I'm doing this show, closing it out, called Tattoos and Tarot. Sold out, like 80 something people, whole place, whatever.
it's in a bar.
Comics doing 20 minutes each, and they can like do their like tarot, their like cards. You can either have your cards read, or you can have people, or you can have like read people's cards, whatever you want. So I'm going last, and I am like, because they're like, do you want to start your tarot read before the show or after the show, or do you want to do people's tarots? And I was like, I'm just going to go up. Like, I want to get on stage as soon as possible because, like, the comedian before me was up. I was like, told the host, don't even do time. Just bring me up instantly. Because I found, like, a spoon and shit in the back. I was just going to go have fun with it. And then I was like, and I'll read people's tarots because, like, usually whenever I'm, like, doing crowd work anyway, I'm like, what are you, a librarian? And I'm like, I could just pull a card there and be like, oh, this is a book or what, just like I'll riff on that. Just I'm going to go have fun with it. There are 5 girls in the very front row. And like, as I'm doing stuff, it's fine. And there's just one that just like keeps talking. And I'm like doing back and forth with her, but I don't feel like I'm like, people are laughing kind of, but I'm like, just fucking leave. I'm trying to do this stuff. And I'm like pulling tarot cards and it's like literally things that's like bad about her or whatever. It was like, I don't know if it was working or not. Right when I get off stage, I'm like, I hate myself. And then I talked to people like James and other people in the audience and they were like, that was good. Like that was our favorite part of doing that.
James is your friend. He has to say that.
No, these are like strangers too. Cause he was recording and he was like, I was like, are there any clips there? He's like, there's a bunch of clips. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I like listened back to the audio and it wasn't as bad as I thought in the moment. Mm-hmm. So driving home, I was feeling good to answer your question. Directly off stage, I was like, I got to quit. Yeah. I got to get my real estate license in Kentucky.
That's my life. My life is this. I feel good when I hear when I'm doing it. Then I go home and listen to it and I go, I hate it.
What the fuck am I doing?
Because when I'm doing it, it sounds great, bro. When I'm doing it, I'll say something like so great. I'll be like, oh, really? Because you look just like Madonna. That's why I was saying.
And she does.
That's why the whole time I thought that's why I kept saying you was something like a virgin.
Nah,
and then I'm like, bro, I killed that. And then I go back, I listen to it, and I'm like, I really just help with Madonna. It's something like a virgin. And I'm like, oh, you can't even tell what I said. I gotta add captions to this.
Yeah, you do.
People know what I'm saying.
Do you want to know the best riff that I think I've ever had?
What was it?
I was doing a wedding during the summertime. And like these people saw me at a show. They messaged me and they're like, hey, do you want to like come do like perform at our wedding? It's like in May or whatever. And I was like, I don't really want to do it. And they're like, we'll give you this much money. And I was like, we can talk about it. So I meet up with the husband and the wife, or like the soon to be. And she's like, all right, here's an idea. It's going to be a comedy thing at the reception. We want it to be a surprise. You just go up and do comedy. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. That sounds awful. And she was like, we'll do whatever you want us to do. And I'm like, look, I want this to be good for sure. So I was like, first off, can the groom introduce me? Because he was the one that liked me anyway. And it was like, this was like his wedding thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if he introduces me, at least people there will like give me a chance.
Yeah. Because
they're like, what if the DJ brings you up? Then they're going to be like, is this the DJ's brother? Who gave him a microphone? Whatever. Also, I had them write in the the itinerary, like that there's going to be a comedian at this time during the reception. Yeah. She was like, great. I ended up kind of like emceeing the speeches. So like they called me up. I did like 10 minutes and then introduced the best man speech. Then he did like 2 minutes. I did another 10 minutes, then introduced the maid of honor. She did her 2 minutes. Then I did 10 minutes at the end to like close it out. And I slammed so hard. Like I was like terrified to go up. You know what I'm saying? Because like all the lights were on. There were no children, which is cool. But just like the dad like spoke right before me and he made this weird joke about how he was like, I need grandkids. Yeah. He's like tonight I need grandkids. And everyone's like, ah. And they told me I can be as dirty as I want. So I like went up and I was like, interesting thing for your dad to say. Yeah. Where he was like, hey, you guys should fuck tonight. Yeah. And then I said, I need you to bust inside my daughter tonight. And they were like, okay, this is like the tone that he's going to do. I did this riff. There was one guy in the fucking party of the groomsmen, played for the Bills. Tall, skinny, like tight end looking dude. And they had branded him on the ass during the bachelor party. Mm. And they thought this was hilarious, which honestly, kind of funny. And they sent me a picture right before the wedding of all of the guys and like his ass cheek, just like they're like in the hotel room with like this brand from the farm or ranch they're staying at.
They're sending you these nude texts.
It was like maybe a 16th nude.
It was an ass
cheek. It was an ass cheek, bro. And also like 18 guys' faces being like thumbs up in it.
Yeah, you like that.
Shut up. Shut up. So they like wanted me to make a joke about this. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like doing like riffing between the people in the party. And I'm like, one of you guys is like played in the NFL. Which one is it? And this dude like raises his hand up, like kind of leaning forward. And I was like, okay. And they like branded you and they like wanted me to make a joke about that. And these two older ladies in the back kind of wooed. And I was like, oh, you got some like Cougars wet back there. And at the time, this little grandma right next to me like happened to lean over and like whisper something in this like other older woman's ear. And I was like, great. And now she's asking what wet means. And then I like became the grandma, because like I'll become people sometimes, like do their like however their voices are going to sound or whatever. I kind of became her for a second. I was like, the last time I was wet is when I was watching Ricky on I Love Lucy. And the place was like, what the fuck? Like, hey, it was great.
Yeah, no, that sounded.
Let me ask you a question. When did you stop listening? Because I could see your fucking eyes, and you're starting to piss me off, bro.
I was actually listening. Here's the thing about it. I just sometimes can't look at you. I gotta look away
because I'm hideous.
Because I have to listen. I gotta really concentrate.
Because I'm boring.
If you look at Henry in the eyes too long, he'll think you're really interested in that particular sentence. You know what I mean? So he'll say, so we get there and there's this little grandma up front. And if I look at him in the eyes, he'll be like, yeah, it's like she's right up front, bro.
She has a little sweater on.
And he won't continue with the story.
Smart.
You got to look away so he just keeps the story moving. But it's a good story.
I do focus on little details.
This isn't definitely not my best riff at all, but I had a situation that was like that where let me just explain it. This was the worst for me because I'm performing at the Funny Stop Comedy Club, and I am the host.
Ugh.
So I'm only doing 5-7 minutes.
Sure.
Right? The only problem is the headliner's there, the feature is not there.
So you might have to stretch.
So I'm performing, bro, and I'm doing my thing, and I get to this girl over the corner, and I'm asking her a question. I'm like, it wasn't even a girl, like an older woman. I'm asking if she's single. I'm really just like hitting on her hard, but she's like a grandma.
Sure, so it's funny.
And I'm like, I really, really wish she was single so I could do what I don't know what I'm saying. And I get this note from the server walks up, hands me a note, and I open it. It's like, features not here. Keep doing till I give you the light. And all that comes to my mind, I was like, oh, this is from the owner. He wanted me to tell you that he also thinks. Like, so I just start joking about her. Like the owner sent a note up about her.
That's
and
amazing.
The crowd cracks up, and I fold up the letter, and I just look at him, and I'm just like, I had nothing. I was gone. I did my whole set. I was lost, and they just looking at me, bro. And I was like, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking, and like one joke hits me that I hate. I forget what the joke was, but it hit me. I was like, oh, I didn't do that one yet. And I probably didn't even do it smooth. I probably wasn't like, one more before I get out of here. I was just like, I'm sitting there. I was walking down the street one time, you know what I mean? I just go into this joke, bro. I do this joke, and the crowd, I don't know what happens. And they're just looking at me. I'm out of it. I'm like, You guys ready for your headliner of the evening? And they're like, yeah. And I just bring up the headline. No, hey, guys, so sorry. The feature's not here. I'm going to go see if he's here. Here's your headliner for the evening. Give it up. And I bring him up. And
was he pissed?
No, he goes up on stage. Because you got to think about the funny stops. So even though I know any headliner can be pissed, it's not like I just bring up D.L. Hewley before his opening act. Like I'm bringing up some guy that.
Say their name.
I don't know his name. I want to say his name was Anthony, if I can remember, actually.
Okay.
Can you think of
Jesselnick?
You know what? I can tell you what his joke was. His main joke from back in the day was this joke he would do about when you ride through Texas, it's nothing but country music that's playing, and it's this older black dude, and he would just go through like the country, like he's acting like he's driving, he's just acting like he's changing the radio and all the stuff that would come on. I was like, I don't know. Point being is I bring him up. JJ Johnson's the feature. And then he shows up and they explain it to him. And at the end of this night, they let him come up and do 10 minutes still because it's like, we still got time to fill. You know what I mean? The show still should be going. So they let the feature do 10 minutes to end that night. Yeah, that was one mistake I made. And then another mistake I made one time, I brought a girl on stage as the host. I brought a woman on stage and they were like, don't ever do that. I was like, I didn't know what to do.
Oh, you took her up on stage.
I didn't know what to do, bro. She was drunk. She was trying to. And like when she just grabbed my hand, I wasn't going to be like, no, I didn't know what to do. I was the host. I just grabbed her, brought her up. They was like, and I let her have the mic. They was like, you gave her your weapon. I was like, I didn't know.
They called it a weapon?
Here you go. Yeah, it was like a big time comedian. I forget who it was. It could have been like Ricky Smiley or somebody, but he's like, but when you're doing comedy, like that's your weapon. and you're going against everybody
Don't
without a
give it up.
weapon, and you just gave it to somebody. Now you got nothing. You have her on stage. You gave her the mic. What if she don't give you the mic back? You gonna fight her for it, or she just gonna keep on? Like that's a lot, bro.
I've seen a couple comics like a guy will try to be heckling, and then they'll be like, "You want to come up and try it?" And they'll like go up and like do a couple minutes, and they never do well.
Yeah, no.
But it's always been a headliner doing that. But I saw a guy, his name's Craig Conant, and he like let a
I
guy
know
come.
that is.
He's the
think.
man.
Long hair.
Mm-hmm. And I've worked with him a couple times in Columbus and like Cincinnati. But he had a guy come up one time that like thought he was being funny. He's like, "You want to fucking try it?" The guy was like, "Yeah." So he's like, "All right, bring him up here," and like claps and gives him an intro. Dude does like 45 seconds, and it's like the classic shit of like, "It's a lot brighter up here than I thought." Whew. I don't know. You know, it's always shit like that. And Craig was like, "Man, I'm so glad you just didn't start crushing." Because like you give the mic up and someone's like, "Whew, it's a lot brighter up here. I wish his career was brighter." And it was like, "Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the mic up.
How many minutes has it been?
60.
60.
Don't give the mic up.
Don't give the mic up. Also, what we've learned today is I tend to tell a long-winded story. All right. And if you're looking me in the eyes, I'm going to keep going. And just so you know, for the audio listeners, Jason just stopped looking me in the eyes as I said that.
Yo, you do tell some long stories, but here's the thing: some stories are just long.
Yeah, most of mine are.
But sometimes I don't feel like you do what my wife does, where there's stuff that's not even necessary. Like, you know what she did to me? She got mad at me over this too, bro. She was like, she was telling me about something at work, and the whole point of the story was, let's say the point of the story was a lady named Barbara told her she ate this girl's sandwich, but she'll be like, "So did I tell you when I was at work today, I went to the break room, and when I was at the break room, I was going to get that one dip that I told you that I really like, that one from Trader Joe's, but I don't know if they have it, but the one I put in the office that's no longer there. And you remember that girl I told you about? No, the one that she's the one who voted for Trump. Remember the one who voted for Trump?" And I'd be like, "What's the story?" She'd be like, "She ate that girl's dip." I'd be like, "Bro, you talked to me for a minute before we got to that
That's
point."
what my stories sound like?
All Andre gonna do is just come in and be like, "Hey, Barbara ate Ashley's dip today." And I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Like,
But
she's
nah.
the Trump one voted for Trump,
Yeah.
right?
But she'll start from the beginning. And that's how yours are. Like, you'll be like, for instance, this was the best riff you've ever done. And the point of the story was you were going to tell about, what was the main point of the story?
To tell you about the time I performed at the wedding.
The punchline, though. What was the main part that you wanted to get out?
That it's more of a whole build. Really. But I guess the main punchline was like saying that the last time I've been this wet is from when I watched I Love Lucy.
Okay.
Ricky got me going.
So my point would be like this. There was a couple points where you like, so I go up, I'm MCing. So I go up. First thing I think I'm the DJ's brother, you know what I mean? So
Which
I
is a
go
side
up,
little punchline.
I do pretty good. I go down. MTV does about 2 minutes. They call me up. I do another 10 minutes. It's like, I got what you're saying.
I hate when you do my voice perfectly in front of me like that. That pisses me
It was a
off.
great story. I just feel
This is you during my story.
I
can't look him in the eye. I'll continue to give detail.
Well, I also say to myself, don't interrupt.
Good.
Because I'm bad at interrupting.
And just because you're starting to say it, I can't wait until you implement it. I'm just kidding.
I feel like you did worse at that today.
I think I did
I feel
too.
like I'm telling stories. You be like, really? Huh? Really? Was Hova there? Like, no, Hova wasn't there. What are you talking about?
I don't remember saying that, but I do maybe remember a couple weird grunts from like, huh, what? All right, cool. Are you gonna drink that White Claw?
Hey, you're listening to Patties and Pennies. This is
Great. Hit it.